Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, guys. Today's vlog might be slightly different. So basically, I made some changes to my diet, but I will talk about that in a second. So what I wanted to just tell you guys first is that this might be the last ever vlog in this house, because I'm currently in the midst of moving house to my new one, not too far from here. So usually what I do when I move house is just get a guy with a van, pay him 20 quid, do a massive one trip, or even rent a van myself. But this time I won't be doing that. I'll just use my car, do maybe like several trips and do it slowly because I am skint. Anyway, big update on this cut. So I've actually changed tacks. Change my tactics around. Basically, what I'm doing at the moment is, so I was counting macros. I was on 1,900 calories, which isn't a lot for my height and weight. I'm 6 foot. I'm 190 pounds, so it's quite an aggressive cut. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing, and I've been counting calories ever since I was a wee lad. No, ever since I think when I was 17 I started properly doing it when I was 18, 19, so good 4 years at least. On and off obviously, but then mostly on, then off. So obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, I really hate it when people say obviously, well, it's not obvious, isn't it? But anyhow, I'm quite used to counting calories. Like yesterday we had a barbecue and I'm quite impressed with myself. I put a mushroom on the scales. I guess 80 grams, I just did the whole close my eyes. I got 81, it was 81 grams, so basically on the dot. Anyway, yeah, so I'm quite good at stuff like that now, so there really isn't much point. I can't not count calories. At this point, after so many years, I know how much I'm eating. You can't not know. I'm gonna give you guys tips in this video to lose weight without tracking calories. The big caveat though, number one, you should track for a period of time so you know what's in foods. You don't have to do it for 4 or 5 years like I did, but at least a period of 2 weeks, I'd say a month if you can, just knowing the caloric contents of food. So how much is in a baked potato, how much is in a whatever, so do that, and then you can kind of let go of the reins a bit, and you can estimate. Just because you aren't counting calories still count. I can go right now, 19 minutes past 10 in the morning, I can go down to Domino's right now and smash a large pizza. I love that. My body tells me to do that. But you gotta be smart. You want to stick to whole, minimally processed foods. So that's number 3. I'm gonna put that as number 3. Stick to minimally processed whole foods and have some common sense. That's a little combo number 3. I'll see you later for tips number 4 onwards. So, about to go to the gym. I'm just doing cardio today. I'm not actually gymming. I'm still doing intermittent fasting because it really does help fat loss, and it's about the habits that you've built up, whether you're tracking macros or not. So let's consult the intuitive, aesthetic bodybuilding gods as to what I should have for my first meal. I've got the answer.
Many hours later.
Alright, first meal of the day. Let me consult the aesthetic, intuitive eating gods. 3 egg omelette, a cup of chicken, a slice of toast with butter, low-fat butter, and a fat ton of greens in it. Hashtag student life. We're on the way to town. Check out that cut. There's a bit of tissue on it, but that's gnarly, bro. What should I have next? I'm in Starbucks. I'm going to consult the intuitive eating aesthetic. Alright. Tip number 4, stay hydrated. Tip number 4, subset A, hydrate with caffeine, especially when you're fasting, which keeps you full. And sponsor me, Starbucks, please. Norwich Cathedral. Welcome to Norwich Cathedral. Tip number 5, keep yourself occupied. 1096. This shit's old. Tip number 5 or 6. Don't quote me on that. Eat mindfully and make sure you're chewing your food and you're taking your time without any distractions. So mindfully means basically focus on what you're eating, try and pay attention to taste, smells, and turn off the TV. Don't listen to a podcast, don't listen to music, but basically what you want to do is focus on your eating and eat for at least 15 minutes, which will be very easy if you're actually doing it, which is the time it takes for the signal in your stomach to go up to your brain, and you'll feel full for longer. So, pro tip. Can finally raise my voice, will speak louder. Tip number 6 or 7, I'm behind on one, I don't know. Anyway, eat with smaller plates. Use smaller spoons, smaller cutlery, smaller plates, so it gives you the illusion that actually you have more on your plate. That will help. And actually use your cutlery, don't just pick things off the table, because again, it's just prolonging the time and the effort it takes to eat. Therefore, you get hungrier. You get fuller. Jesus, you get fuller. Tip number 8, simple one, but one everyone neglects. Have your sleep. So, the reason why you should have more sleep is because when you don't, ghrelin levels rise, which is the hunger hormone, and also cortisol rises, which is basically the stress hormone, and them two kind of combined together has been shown in studies basically where people were restricted to less than 6 hours sleep. So they compared groups that slept 5 hours versus 8 hours. They found that people with just 5 hours sleep lost less fat, more lean tissue over time, and also had higher levels of ghrelin, so would have cravings for sugary foods, junk. Tip number 9, reduce flavor variety in a single meal. So that's not to say don't have dessert or whatever, it just means keep it savory or keep it sweet and keep it at that one per meal, because you know the saying, you've always have room for dessert, so it's really true. If you keep flavor variety to meal to minimums and savory to savory and sweet to sweet, you'll end up craving and wanting less. And I'm running out of backdrops, so here's a nice old English post box for you to enjoy. Last tip of the day and our last backdrop. I've shown you the cathedral. Now it's Norwich urban art. I should be a tour guide for Norwich, just repping this lovely place. I'm not really joking, to be honest. Norwich is really nice. But anyway, last and final tip, don't be afraid to kind of weigh your foods or use intermittent approaches, so like halfway approaches, where maybe at the end of the day you do a bit of an audit, use your MyFitnessPal just to quickly enter the shit you remembered you've had in the day to get like a rough ballpark of what calories you've been having, or even let's say things that are really hard to track, like a spoonful of peanut butter. 20 grams and 30 grams looks exactly the same, but there's like 100 calories in 10 grams of peanut butter, and you don't want that discrepancy. So those kind of things, it's okay to weigh or use like measurements, like teaspoon measurements, just round it off, stuff like that. Like protein shakes, do the scoop. Just make it easy for yourself, and don't be afraid to kind of use halfway approaches. Just because you're going into intuitive doesn't mean you need to completely let go of everything and start eating grass and just like listen to your body, you know. Because of course you listen to your body, but you've got a brain too, so it's all common sense at the end of the day. Because obviously, last thing before I go, I'm craving a pizza right now, but I'm not going to listen to that inner voice in my brain, because obviously, what's the point in that? It's not going to serve me, like, it's not going to get me to my fitness goals having a large size Domino's right now, even though my body feels like I want it, you know? So why don't I go home, have my protein shake, and I'll see you at home. Okay, just got home from our fabulous day out. Let's consult the intuitive eating, intuitiveness, aesthetic, bodybuilding, fitness gods as to what to eat. Oh, yogurt and protein shake. Thank you. So this is not my usual house. I have kind of 70% moved into my new house the next year. I am going to consult the almighty aesthetic, intuitive eating, bodybuilding gods again. Okay guys, last clip of the day. This is what I got. So I weighed out my chicken because I needed to know how much protein I was going to get. I mean, like, I could probably predict it anyway, but why not? The scale's just next to the fridge. So 150 grams of chicken, bowl of oats with protein like the usual, because I really couldn't be asked to make bread or make like pasta or anything, or rice. So just chuck that in the microwave, mix it up with oats, get another 30 grams of protein. So I briefly looked up on MyFitnessPal what I ate in terms of protein today, just to make sure I hit the minimum, because that's very important. So I hit the minimum, finished my fats for the day as well, because I was quite under, so I had a bit of a dark chocolate bar, and I had half a Biscoff because my friend Jason had half. So I was like, don't waste it, screw it, I'll have it. So that's my fats done, and I had like 5 grams of peanut butter, which I did actually weigh. So eventually I want to kind of go away from weighing, but like, I think as I was saying earlier, the more calorically dense things like peanut butter, like chocolate, you know, you can weigh that, that's okay, like, because even 5 grams, you don't see a visual difference, but then it could be a lot of calories. So yeah, that is mixing the best of both worlds. Let's consult the intuitive eating aesthetic gods for the last time tonight as to what I want for dessert. Forest fruit. So yeah, a couple of those, nature sweets, and that's it. If you liked the video, leave a like, and comment if you want to see kind of more intuitive day videos or more informative videos, which I will be putting out. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to see me do random crap, and really appreciate it. And leave a like and subscribe if you liked the video, and see you next time.